Hello and welcome back everybody to the channel. Join me in today's review and test drive of a new, slightly updated for 2025 model year Hyundai i30 hatchback, and being a very special sporty N-line model. Before we go any further in the review, big thanks to Grand Auto and their Hyundai dealership for making this video possible. I will put all their info in the description below. So welcome back everybody. Like I said earlier, in today's review we have the new for 2025 model year Hyundai i30 with a sporty and luxurious N-line trim. This particular model is powered by a 1-liter 3-cylinder petrol engine, around 120 horsepower, combined with the absolutely phenomenal 6-speed manual transmission. More of that a little bit later when we go for a short test drive. But for now, let's focus on the exterior walk around. We will start with the front end design and details. In the front, large Hyundai logo. Being a N-line sporty model, we have again that gloss black contrasting grille design with a front parking sensors, and of course a new design for the daytime running lights with LED headlights, and of course some air scoops on a lowest part. Quickly checking the passenger side profile, similar like we saw in the front. Being a N-line sporty model, we have a gloss black side mirrors. This particular model comes with a 17-inch tires, Michelin tires with a two-tone in design, wheels, some type of dark gray inner sections, and now you can maybe see again like on a grille N-line on a side profile, keyless go system with a button, folding side mirrors. Just a second. Of course, now these are folded, and the tinted rear windows or privacy glass is especially useful now in the summer months. Again, more of that contrasting black details in the back, some type of small rear spoiler with a shark antenna, some extra sporty bits here in the back, and some additional side skirts, because this is a little bit more sportier and aggressive model. Now we come here to a rear end Hyundai logo in the center, Hyundai lettering on a driver's side with i30 on a passenger one, and on a lowest part on a bumper we have some type of a plastic diffuser with the rear parking sensors and the two real exhaust tips. Speaking about the exhaust tips, you will see later in the video when we go for a show test drive. I said earlier, this Hyundai petrol model is one of the best sounding small petrol engines. On a driver's side, there is a fuel filler cap for your petrol. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the exterior design of this new Hyundai i30. What would be your ideal trim option? And of course, the exterior color, would you maybe go like in this particular model with a sportier and a little bit more luxurious N-line trim? Now we will check the practicality test, starting with a boot space. There is a rubber button, you press it and it opens relatively easy, and on these last doors you have some couple of small LED lights on each side. This is the boot opening. Like with the most hatchbacks, these are very practical vehicles. You have the very wide boot opening, always useful, of course. Around 395 liters of boot space you get, that is the official number. Little bit of extra storage on passenger side and also on a driver one. This is additional floor mat, so you can raise up this floor. There are some useful stuff, and spare tire. You don't get that very often nowadays. That is one nice detail. Shopping bag hook on a passenger and the driver side. You can fold down these rear seats 40, 60 and 12-volt socket on this passenger side. Now we'll close it and we'll go and check the rear seats. But first thing first, I need to unlock the car. And before I go and sit on these rear seats, I've put this driver one on my ideal seating position. I'm about 184 centimeters and 79 kilograms. We'll check the door opening angle and the quickly design and materials. Everything is finished in some type of dark plastic with some imitation of a metal. Here there is a little bit of extra storage. You can put maybe some keys or something like that, and the door pockets. But this center part is finished in some type of a softer foamy material. Now we come to the inside. Inside is very special because this is a N-line model, some contrasting red and light gray details with a some type of a gray fabrics on these intersections, isofix anchor points on each side, and great detail is there is this center armrest. It reveals two cup holders, and if you watch my channel regularly, then you probably all know that I'm a big fan of black roof linings. And welcome now from a rear seats of a new i30. This is my knee room and my foot room. Also, if I sit that straight, I have a couple of centimeters to spare, no problem at all. Speaking about some useful and practical stuff, on a B-pillars there are some hooks. Similar design approach here on a headliner. Some extra nets behind the driver and behind the passenger seat. Couple of air vents with two USB-C charging ports. And welcome now from a passenger front seat. We'll talk a little bit more about the center infotainment system when I go and sit on a driver's side. Now let's focus on this center dash. One large air vent on a far left with some type of foamy materials on the upper dash. This is the glove box, reasonably in size. Below the center infotainment system there are two air vents and some physical controls, still in 2025 model year. That is one great feature. Still physical controls for the AC. It's very easy everything to operate because you have these shortcuts. With this N-line model you have some type of, again, similar like with the exterior design, gloss black or piano black details. You can charge your phone over here, one USB-C charging port and the standard one. Now we come to the second best interior detail. This is of course the 6-speed manual transmission with the N-line model. Very short, very easy to operate. The overall size and profile is absolutely phenomenal. It's very easy to hold it in hands, and of course you will see later it's joy to use this gear selector, or actually this transmission. One beneficial thing with this particular model is that you have the heating option for the front seats. Now behind all of that there is a electronic operated parking brake, couple of cup holders. This is the new key design, you can see now, and of course you can close this so it have this nice flush design. Behind all of this is a leather center armrest with, again, that contrasting red stitching, and below that some additional storage. And now here from a driver seat you can see completely new digital dials in action with a very cool graphic for speedometer and odometer. Traffic sign recognition system. You can change this center screen very easy. I will show you now. If you press it over here, you can change time since last reset. You can refueling. This is the average fuel consumption, around 6.7 liters, which is great, especially because this is a test or demo vehicle. Some additional shortcuts for the start-stop system. You can easily turn it off, and this is the steering wheel for the N-line models. Very sporty in design, small in size with a small center airbag. All the buttons over here are still physical buttons. That is always nice feature, especially on the steering wheel with a perforated leather on the left and right with N logo on a lowest part. Now we'll talk a little bit more about this center infotainment system. This is your home screen, all the apps. I will not go through all details, just for you so you can see everything in action. This is a clock. If I go now and press it, you have these shortcuts on a lowest part. These are of course also the touch sensitive, but these are physical. So, or actually it always stays like this, so it's relatively easy to operate. Now you can see where we are because we have the navigation with this particular model. We are here in Zagreb West. Overall, I will not go to all details. I will now go and check the lights because I promised always to put the lights in action. You can see now on digital dial says lights are on, and I will put the hazard lights on so we can see those in action. So these are now the LED rear lights with halogen turn signals. Quick sneak peek of the interior. LEDs, of course, on a side mirrors, and now we come here to a front end. We can see that daytime running lights are now the indicators. Very interesting and cool, some type of triangular design with basic LED headlights. Welcome now to a test drive of this Hyundai i30 in a sporty N-line trim. Speaking about sporty bits, we have metal pedals on the floor. I don't know how much you can see, but there is again that contrasting red detail circle around the start-stop button. Similar design approach as we saw with the seats, and of course this center armrest. Speaking about the center armrest, it's very soft, and for my ideal sitting position it is ideal. You can a little bit slide it further in the back if you need, and also this is some type of softer foamy material, so for me I don't think there will be any issues to find the ideal seating position. Now we'll talk a little bit more about the practical stuff with the parking overall. You can now see the rear camera in action with the front and rear parking sensors. I will go here in the front. E-brake is on. We have in the front sensors, and in the back sensors and camera. And as I'm turning the steering wheel, you can see everything. This is my route. Now I will show you just quickly how easy it is to park on this, let's say over here, parking space. Hazard lights on. Okay. And now we are going here on this parking space. I will not park ideally, of course, because we need to go for a test drive, but overall dimensions of this Hyundai i30, it's a small city hatchback. You have nice view left and right. The side mirrors are pretty okay, and also being a boxy design like with the most hatchbacks, you have very good view in the back. Of course, the rear camera and the sensors helps a lot. Now we'll go for a short test drive here around the block. I said earlier that this, when we check the exterior, that this 6-speed manual transmission is one of the very best, and combined with this small engine, I said also that the sound of this engine is very, very sporty, even though it's a classic standard small 3-cylinder engine. I don't know how much you can hear with the microphone, but the engine sound is very cool. If you are into Hyundai i30, of course you can spec this model with 7-speed dual clutch transmission, which you will pay, of course, a little bit extra. But if you are into manual transmissions, go ahead with this 6-speed manual. I think you will be very, very pleased with this transmission, and of course it's very easy to operate it, and the overall design is absolutely phenomenal. Speaking about phenomenal stuff, the steering wheel, I said earlier, I'm a big fan of it. It's a design, very sporty, 3-spoke steering wheel with some type of these perforated leather on left and right, so it's also very light on this urban environment for the city driving, more than adequate. Now we'll go here on a exit. You can see maybe now the traffic sign recognition system says 70. This is faster piece of road, but now I'm heading back to this exit and it says 50. We'll see how easy it is, and of course it says now 50 with a warning sign that there is a roundabout in front of me, and of course there is one. One of the biggest questions we need to answer with this short test drive is the suspension. Is it too firm for this model? in my opinion is perfectly fine, but of course I always say if you're into a particular model, in this case for the i30, go ahead and test it on your own, give it a ride for, let's say, a couple of kilometers, go for a highway, get all the info. If you find this maybe N-line version a little bit too firm, then I would highly recommend go with the smaller wheels and of course the standard variant. But overall, from where I'm sitting, this is perfectly fine, especially with these sporty seats, and absolutely phenomenal this 6-speed manual gearbox. Before I go and wrap this video, because I'm heading back to a Hyundai dealership here in Zagreb, I have to say again big thanks to Grand Auto and their Hyundai dealership for making this video possible. I will put all their info in the description below, and thank you so much for watching this video. Wish you all a very nice day.